Hi little cuties. So I just recorded a full video and it did error uploading, so I don't want to use that feature on YouTube anymore. YouTube, please fix that. So I'm gonna try to record this all over again in a few minutes. So I'm in my car, Mika, and it's a little blue car that I have. I named him after my favorite singer, Mika, because it reminds me of my now unfortunately passed away uncle that passed away more than 10 years ago now, and he always looked very similar to Mika, so it always reminds me of him. So yeah, so what I'm doing today is I going to a lady that unfortunately cannot get to me, so I'm driving to her house, and I'm just giving her my blazer. I've never used it. I've tried it on, but I washed it. I'm fine, you know, health, you know, wise, in terms of I don't have anything contagious or anything, and I have my mask. So I just don't like the material. I really like the color, but I just can't dress the material. It's just too scratchy for me. So I wanted to quickly speak about this book, so the Being an Adult Baby, because I really wanted to get a series in it. So it's by Michael and Rosalie Bent, and Michael is an adult baby, and he wrote this book along with a couple of others that I want to get my hands on because it's quite nice, and he talks about a few things that really interest me. But I was reading this chapter on the Natural Infantile Baby, called or short for NIB. And he makes this introduction of being an ABDL, the ABDL AB part of the adult baby being the regressive part, and the DL being the diaper fetishist. So you can still be an ABDL and have the DL part not be a sexual fetish, because I will say this for you, that being an ABDL for me is regressive, okay? And when I do regress, I do not find any sexual arousement from diapers, not even when I do wear them. If I'm wearing them during the day, but I'm not regressing, okay? And so that makes it hard for me to put myself in the age regression category only, okay? And I consider myself an ABDL nonetheless, because that's the first community I discovered. And it's almost like those people that are non-binary or binary, like there's not no error in identifying yourself as an ABDL, even if by other people's standards you're not. I have people keep passing by right now. Okay, I just want a few minutes, please just give me a few minutes, okay? And the Natural Infantile Baby is somebody that basically never has that fine line of being able to regress and going back to an adult state. They either regress in more depth, or their depth of regression is shallower. So they're in this how you say it, rope, that's either they're too high or too low, or in the middle, but they can't get out of it, okay? Like an ABDL would cut the rope and say, I'm the dominant one right now, and be able to overpower the baby side of themselves. So you can still, you're still the dominant one in your own self, even if you're not in the relationship with another person, because you're able to regress and then come back to your adult state in a mindset of your adult, be able to, hey, we have to get out of this space now, and we have to do the adult things, you know, like cooking and taking care of yourselves and etc, okay? And there's different depths of being an adult baby and being able to regress. However, with the INB, so the Natural Infantile Baby, the person cannot, their adult side is based upon the baby side. They practically, they don't mature mentally, okay? And when Michael said this on the or wrote here this, I was thinking quite a few YouTubers that actually fit that description. But I'm just being shady. But yeah, because does that mean like people who are immature are natural infantilists? And it's just fun to read, and I totally recommend somebody to just grab this book and read it, okay? But with the natural infantile babies, there's a few things here, and it's quite difficult to draw the line that, for example, there's extreme high level of adult baby behavior. And when I read this, is Michael, how do you determine somebody's level of adult baby behavior? One of the things with natural infantilists and natural infantile babies, have this everywhere, is that they have a very urge feeling, but they can't control it, okay? With adult babies, we have the urge, but we're still able to somewhat control it. These people can't control the urge to suck their thumbs, for example, or crawl, or throw a tantrum out of nowhere like that. They have very poor toilet training. I forgot what else I was gonna say. The list goes on and on. But these people, I remembered now, is that they can't get out of the state. It's either more regressed or less regressed. There's no in between. There's no cut the rope, I'm the dominant one. These people are the ones that, quote unquote, I want to be a mom, I want a mommy or daddy to take care of me 24 hours 7 forever and ever, because I'm a baby in my own mind and I will be a baby. But to such degree that they're obsessive, and it's very difficult for them to control this, okay? They're not at fault. It's very difficult, okay? And this is one of the reasons that I don't engage in the adult baby or being in a 24/7 lifestyle, because I do like to have my own I sometimes just want to be left to my own devices. I want to drive somewhere. I want to go do my things and don't have somebody tell me you're a baby so you can't do this, and it's those kind of aspects, and I have tried living in that kind of lifestyle for such regressed state, or as some people would. Sorry, people keep passing by and I keep thinking they're going to come here. My sister was just passing by and I don't want to film a film. I cannot go. People who are on a 24/7, typically with a dynamic either daddy or mommy dom, they usually are dressed as littles and on diapers 24/7. Does the term 24/7, most likely diapers 24/7. I would find I've tried it for a couple of days at most, and I did not want to be in that. I started to feel this oh, but I'm a baby, but I want to do my adult thing as well. I don't want to be on diapers. There's not every day that I want to be on diapers, okay? And it was good because I can't afford diapers every single day of every goddamn day, okay? I wish. So I would have stashes upon stashes that could give away to people that need it as well, but I don't. So I kind of correlate people, and I may be wrong saying this because this is just an introduction to the natural infantile baby and I have to read a little bit more about this, is that I associate people who live in the 24/7 lifestyle to being a natural infantile baby to some degree, okay? Because they practically live in that mindset 24/7, okay? And it's very difficult to know where you draw the line of being an adult baby and a natural infantilist, because of the 24/7 aspect of things. Because after you lived in that kind of mindset and lifestyle for weeks on end, you're still you can still have this adult power over you. But if you have like a dominant, like a mommy or daddy, it's much more difficult for that adult to overpower you, and for yourself to get out of the mindset that you're also an adult. So I do think living in that kind of lifestyle, it's not necessarily bad, but it does affect you on the long run. And you get, although you feel more relaxed, most likely because you have somebody to look after you, you kind of start going into this depthness of being a natural infantile baby, which is completely fine. But I just want you to know that I have seen and read a lot of people who want to go into this lifestyle, but I'm telling you, as somebody who dipped in and out of this, in that regressed state, that is, I do go oh, my battery, hold on, low power mode. I do go, like, I wear sometimes, I don't wear every single day, okay? And the days that I don't want to wear, but I still want to go cute, I put a bow or match my clothes, that's still cute for me, and I feel cute even if I'm not feeling little that day, okay? Thus, I consider myself as more of an ABDL, okay? Because I can also dip in and out of that. I can cut the rope and say I'm the dominant one now, so the baby side of me can be pressed down, and I can overpower that and continue living